I'm on a boat right now.
Oh, shit.
I'm kayaking.
So it's a 3-piece set. You can wear them separately, but like with sets, the more you wear of it, the greater the abilities are. So basically, if you're wearing all 3 pieces, I think it's equivalent. It gives you three bumps on defense and 3 bumps on damage, besides the other abilities that the suit gives you.
Sounds awesome.
Armor with a set bonus,
But
yes.
I don't want to wear it on this body because it'd probably disappear.
Well, you're not in the woman's body, you're in your body, but...
What? When did that happen?
He's rather behind today.
So I just thought that you were applying lipstick because you decided that you wanted to wear lipstick. I didn't realize you thought you were still in the women's body. We've been in our own bodies ever since we arrived in Burlington.
It was just the gear.
It was just our clothes were still the women's clothes.
I'm now imagining
the women's gear.
I'm imagining Glenn's still all made up with like lipstick on that he's put on freshly. Yeah. He's like, really? I thought I was, but I looked at it, right?
I mean, I understand you're getting Dana's help applying it. I just thought you just decided to wear makeup.
I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. Believe me.
That's my notes on the cow. No. So basically, in the cow level, there's a cow king and a cow queen. Obviously,
wow.
The cow.
I thought we were done with the information about the cow level.
No.
Wow.
And there's guards that are holding cow pipes, and they come and attack you at 60 meters by 20 meters by something or other. I can't remember the full dimensions. Anyway, and when I did the cow level, when you hit the guards, they pretty much disappear straight away. We got a sense that and there was a chest behind the cow king and cow queen, so you had to be careful. And we were talking about different methods of dealing with them, like explosives and stuff. So we just had to be careful on how we did it. From what we can work out, each time it's done, it gets harder. We don't know how it gets harder. I'm aware if anybody's done it. I was assuming that I had a feeling that Alex Kinley and Colburn were going to be together, so I had assumed that the cow level was going to get smacked hard by those two, as in they would have hit it twice, so they would each get a cow suit. I don't know if that happened. If we assume it's happened, then this will be at least the 4th time. Basically, there's a helmet, there's a leather chest piece, like the boiled leather, the kabolbi, or whatever the word is, chest, and then there's shoes, cow hoof shoes that allow you to walk faster and run faster. So yes.
Wow.
And the horns of the cow are quite large, so yes.
That's great.
Yeah. So the shoes give you like +1 bump and damage to kicks. Gives you increased move rate. I've got something about fire damage. I can't remember exactly what that was. The cow chest piece gives you 3 temporary hit points. So any damage you take comes from that. They regenerate once a day, I think. It gives you a slightly better chance of casting spells. If you've got 2 pieces of the set, you get increased drug alcohol tolerance, and I think increased poison resistance. 3 pieces, there's stuff about stun. As I said, there's bumps in damage. You're hasted every 3 rounds, each piece of gear gives +1 bump in armor. So if you got all 3 pieces, you get 3 steps in armor. However, they don't stack. If you wear them individually, they don't stack with other armor. They won't survive in a non-magic zone such as Guri, but they will survive. The magic will work without you needing to enforce your will anywhere else.
You can see a little drool coming off of the...
Yeah. Waiting for the part where wearing it lets the evil cow overlord mind control you and make your head explode.
Nothing like that. The cow, just wearing the helmet, carrying the helmet around is a bit awkward, or wearing it, you would potentially knock things over if you're not careful.
Don't visit China shops.
Well, actually, I've seen a film clip showing a bull in a China shop, and the bull actually didn't knock anything over. I can't remember if it was Mythbusters or some show like that.
It was
They
Mythbusters.
set it up. Yeah, they set it up to show, the whole myth bull in a China shop, and it was amazing how the bull went through it. They did it several times, and he didn't bump into anything. Quite impressive. Anyway, yeah, as far as we know, no negatives except for people looking at you strangely, depending on where you are. You would potentially, if you added a mask to it, or maybe not even without a mask, you could potentially get away without wearing a furry costume when wearing it. I'm not 100% sure.
Actually, that's a clever thought. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
The chest piece is in the I can't even think the name of the cows. The black and white patches, whatever those sort of cows are.
Holstein.
I can't think what Nah.
Logan doesn't know the name of it either, but black and white.
Yeah. Anyway, so the chest piece is in black and white. But yeah. So yes. There's that.
Yeah, it's definitely the most powerful armor I've released in game. It does have a couple of disadvantages, but...
Oh, yeah, and it lasts for the season, I think.
That's one of the other one is occasionally it does give a random moo, and also these shoes are very noisy, so essentially it gives a large negative to all stealth rolls, but if there's nothing better in the game if you're going into combat. Any combat. Plus, it may dishearten the enemy to see several people dressed as cows charging them.
The only thing I could see potentially the benefit of getting it for several people is that if we knew because of the damage in the armor, if we get into a combat situation, it is quite powerful because of the bumps in damage and the drops in damage you take. The bumps in armor and the bumps in damage. So yeah.
I think plus it'd be very demoralizing to think you have a bunch of cattle people chasing you down.
Yes.
Scott's fucking thinking about it hard right now. He's like, that place isn't that far from here.
It is Holstein.
Ah, well done.
It is Holstein.
Do you know the place? Did they tell you the exact place it is in case you ever want to come back, so you don't have to try to play hide and seek of the city? Oh well.
Oh yeah, and the cow zone magic is unlimited. Tech is free buy. We worked out.
What restaurant is it?
Can't remember if it's called the Slaughterhouse or something else. I'll have to check.
No, you got it right.
I got it right.
First time.
Cool.
It's... I think it's up near where... Oh no, it's in the same area of Clem's. It's near where Clem's is, so also near the Pottery Barn and a few other places.
Golden Wattle.
Sorry?
It's near the Golden Wattle too, I believe.
No.
No?
There's 2 pottery places actually in the zone.
Oh.
She lives above the pottery. She lives near the pottery barn. She can see Clem's. She lives up there, but her shop is actually in the same area as.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Golden Wattle is in a different district.
Golden Wattle is in Rittenhouse. It's got the statue of what's her name, Rittenhouse or something out the front.
Yes, you are completely correct. Rittenhouse Row is the district. You guys know from experience of going to Clem's repeatedly. Clem's is in the Weapons and Armor Row.
That's it.
Well-guarded, clean, and efficient district. The districts between the Golden Wattle and the one with Clem's, there are two districts. The downtown center, which is it's a fairly rough district. It's got all the brothels and stuff there, and the sailors all go straight to the brothels and stuff. And it also has the Justice Center next to it in case anybody gets out of line. They can hang them or whatever there. And then you will arrive at the Golden Wattle.
How far away is the dock exit, the underground water exit?
You're an hour or two underground.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I'm just thinking, did we want to? We can assume that both exit to Gothic, or we can check where the other one exits to see if it exits somewhere else or also exits to Gothic. Because it's possible that they may not all exit. This may not be just Gothic sewers, as in each location may point to a different location now.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So weird.
Yes, because we have known previously that sewers seem to sometimes is almost like a separate zone.
It's like 10 steps to get to the boat dock from the skate park entrance.
Mm-hmm. And just whether or not you wanted to check that out, or if you want to just go up here and we. The thing is, we're in Gothic, but that doesn't put us closer to our gear.
Well, we could shadow walk out of Gothic.
Yes, but to where? I mean, you could attempt to do the shadow walk to very close, but we might be trying it several days before it works. And because of the situation here, it would be very hard for us to get food to be able to do it for several days.
I've got the I can do it card.
Okay. We still have a problem with food, though.
We didn't pack any food?
I don't recall.
Yeah, you guys are all hungry as shit now.
Yeah.
Which, if you have any money on your characters currently, which I know you don't, they're probably having some really good food over at the in Restaurant Row at Nacho Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Mexican restaurant. Or, of course, there's the Food King Chinese food. Or, of course, Walk This Way. Or Wong Kok. Or the Burgatory. Of course, if you prefer seafood, there is always the Codfather. The sad thing is that all these restaurant names are actual restaurants. Somebody else got there first.
Well, what do you think? Try to barter some stuff and get some food?
Problem is, food is scarce, which is why everybody's skinny, because all the magic tech has stopped working, so farming has collapsed.
They're skinny, some non-politically aligned North Korean people.
So yeah.
See if they have anything stored at the Golden Wattle.
Yes, but they may not recognize us at the Golden Wattle because we're not exactly dressed. Yes, exactly.
Okay, you want to do the sewer thing?
As you guys continue living in the sewers.
Well, it's only going to take us an hour or so to do, so it'll give us it'll either put us in a different district in Gothic, or it'll give us an indication as to if it goes elsewhere.
Right. So we can go from the skate park to the clean room to contortions, crack.
Yep. Right, you guys get over to the contortions crack, and it looks as though it's fairly big, and there's dried shit literally smeared all around it. You're not sure who would have done such a horrible thing, but somebody has very methodically and painstakingly at some point collected shit and then smeared it all around the thing. And now it is dried and is old and crumbly.
It is old and crumbly.
Try to scrape at it with my shovel.
Right. You make dust that goes into the air and into your lungs. And everybody
That's
coughs.
bull dust. That is serious bull dust.
Were they trying to plaster it or use mud to...
I think they were trying to lubricate it.
Yeah.
Cool. Because there's nothing better than lubing up before you go, and you have nothing better than shit.
That's so gross.
Okay.
Stop touching it, Glenn. Just stop.
You gonna wriggle through that?
Touching it. It's better than smearing it all over first and then having to wriggle through it.
It's a pretty easy contortions roll. You want to show them how it's done, Dana?
I think so. As long as I'm not just sitting on the other side for a half an hour again.
You will be. And give me a contortions at plus 30%. As apparently the PCs spent time and energy hacking away. All right, yeah, she slips right through there like it ain't nothing. And Glenn has managed to fucking not only get himself caught in it, but in such a way that he's worried if somebody pulls on him, it may snap his neck.
Like, I knew I should have cleaned it off.
And he shows his face pressed against this dry shit. And he's like, God damn it.
Maybe you should have let go of the shovel first.
Yeah, he insisted on trying to bring his gear with him as well, and it's all like wrapped up, and he's like, I'm not giving it up.
Take the cigarette out of my mouth. And then
you guys hear like a weird coughing from the fucking little contortions.
Get the oil out of my bindle.
Give me a contortions roll to fucking make that happen. The cigarette out of your mouth? Sure. The oil out of your bindle? I want a new contortions roll. No bonus. Gotta put the arm over here. This isn't super awkward at all.
I would have passed it through first.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. You're instructing them to get the oil out of your bindle.
Yeah.
All right.
How far away did you spit your cigarette? Right.
I asked you to take it out of my mouth.
Oh, you're thinking that this is a short tunnel, aren't you? No. They're like, I can see him in there. He's still smoking. Pass me the oil. Oh yeah. That'll make you lighter and smaller if you burned a bone. I mean, if you're all bones, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
I'll try and stub it out against the wall then.
All right. It shows hot ashes just kind of...
To pass you the oil, I probably have to go in there.
Then I'll spit it.
He goes, give me a spitting type roll to try to get it a little further away than right next to you.
Not cool, Glenn.
Because I've tried to spit out cigarettes before, and if I get it more than 2 or 3 feet, I feel like I'm in a good wind tunnel, which you're not. It's laying there just out of reach, still smoldering. I'm sure that it's not going to go horribly wrong. What's that?
What roll is this? Dexterity?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Really hard dex roll, but yeah. Okay, it's maybe 2 meters away. So unless some of the oil that gets on you begins to slowly flow toward it, which will provide extra motivation in trying to escape, because you're pretty sure that cigarette's gonna fucking smolder forever. And even when you think it's out, you're thinking it'll still be smoldering in secret because they are like that. I thought you were just gonna eat the cigarette. That would have been the easiest way to make sure it was out. Just fucking.
Yeah.
What? You've never eaten a lit cigarette before?
No.
Why not? What kind of life have you led?
A very dull one.
Pull me through.
Right.
Wait, you just tried to spit a cigarette at me. I've got oil. What?
If you can't pull me out, then we'll try the oil.
Okay, set back the oil into your bag.
All right. So Dana crawls in there, not going to have a roll yet, and is attempting to fucking give me a strength roll. Now, you may accidentally pull his head off if you get a crit, and he doesn't make his contortions, but he will get a bigger bonus to it.
Okay.
Damn it. I really wanted a fucking crit. Yeah, guys, head. Woo, McKay, take the head. We'll get the rest. Okay, so, right. You get to try a new contortions roll at a plus. Okay. You live here now.
Wow.
You seem to have gotten him so wedged that he may never go. Pete's still on the other side going, are you okay? Right. You think that it is impossible
that would help them.
for you to ever get out of here. Forward, backward, it doesn't matter. You live
Taken off
here.
your gigantic duster coat.
Pretty much the only way I can see getting you out would be if you brought in some miners and shit at this point. You are wedged more tightly than those kids that get dropped into wells that they bring in whole teams of people for.
Alright. I'll spend a hero unless you guys have a reroll
but
card.
I wanted to see what the other people do to try to get you out of being like wedging. Like I imagine them cutting around the tunnel and then having the whole thing taken out, and then they can take you on tour, can display you to people. Look how wedged this guy is. We still feed him though.
I have a reroll card, however, considering my ability of contortions is base, I was saving it
Wow.
for myself.
Wow. I'm not sure why Dana's so fucking good at it, but she's like, what? This is, guys, look, I'm over here. I can crawl back and forth. Look, I'm going backward, easy. Yeah, you've pretty much tried to dislocate your own shoulder and shit at this point, Scott, and you're like, I'm in so much pain.
Okay.
Super amounts of pain.
Here's the hero point. Made it.
Okay, yeah, with her help, you eventually managed to get out.
Whew. Pick my cigarette back up.
Right, it shows him smoking, and then the camera pans slowly down to the fucking bottle of oil that Dana set right under him. He's like, thank God that's done. I could use a smoke. And Dana's like, "Rrrr."
All right, here goes the fun bit.
Yay! Yay! Here comes the reroll card. Yay!
Now, I'll see if they can help first before that, since it's not a fumble.
They may wedge you in like a pop bottle or something.
Did you want Glenn to help you?
That would mean Glenn going back into the tunnel.
No,
Yeah.
you seem to be more agile at getting through these things, Dana.
She is super freaky agile compared to you guys.
Do you guys not do a whole bunch of, torso twists and stuff every day?
You're thinking she is
No.
so freaky agile, she'd probably make it through a cat. Yeah, okay. She makes it through the cat flap. Fine. All right. And yeah, these are kind of cracks in the rock you're trying to work through. Of course, this one's a really shitty crack.
Uh-huh.
Dana, go ahead and give me your strength roll to see if you can pop off McKay's arm. It's the same arm. It's just sticking out like, don't pop it out. Oh.
No,
you
I didn't
gently
break you.
massage his arm. McKay, you feel awkward.
Mm-hmm.
She just sits there and gently massages your arm for you.
Is that better?
there. No, not helping.
Did you want me to bring you oil and a cigarette? Would that
That'll end your problems real quick.
Mm-hmm.
No. This is just like lamp oil. Like, you'll just horribly keep burning. Like, it's not gonna kill you. Let me end your problems excruciatingly slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Can I retry a strength on him, or
You would be at half if you wanted to, which could lead to a fumble, which will lead to hilarity.
Did you try the oil?
No, she's tugging on his clothes and massaging his arm.
whatever you want.
She's
Whatever
playing
you want,
this little
Joshua.
piggy thing with his fingers, getting ready to break one at random to try to motivate him to crawl faster.
Do you want to be covered in oil and then stand next to Smoking Glenn?
Let me put my cigarette out first.
Ah,
This is why I always smell like smoke. Thanks, Dana.
smoking will kill you. We know it.
Yeah. You hang out with
Anyway,
people from certain time periods.
See if you can help maneuver me through or something. If not, then yes, I'll have to resort to using the oil or something.
Right,
Try
give
and
me a
make it
strength
bit
roll at
simpler.
half, and then it's oil time, because nothing says love like greasing each other up in a dark fucking tunnel.
Hey,
Oh, look at that.
All right, she pulls off your fingers and
you just gotta
feeds them
do
to you.
that.
All right, so go ahead and give me a contortions roll, Pete, at plus 35. Apparently massaging the arm helped.
Mm-hmm. Loosened it up.
Yeah, I guess so.
I shall
He lives here
use
now.
the reroll card.
All right, you're still at a plus 35.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, no, if you're spending a reroll card, Dana would have to retry her strength at half, because you always reduce supporters. But,
All right. So
Good luck,
then I'm
Dana.
stuck here.
yep. So, Dana, you're back to rolling a strength at half because he wasn't happy with the way you massaged his arm, apparently. McKay, you're having flashbacks to just how nice it is underneath the embassy grounds and shit. She gently caresses your arm for you.
Not at half.
She's pulling out individual arm hairs, hoping that helps make you slightly smaller. So there was a little just plucking your hair off your arm. You lay there, McKay, thinking it's oil time. Would you like
So
the
have I
oil
spent
off?
the reroll card or not?
I'm
confused now.
Not yet. Well, actually, no. You can spend it, but you're only to plus 30 and not a plus 35 because she has failed to massage your arm in a correct manner.
Well, because the whole reason she rerolled was because I supposedly spent it.
Oh yeah, then you still get then you're still at a plus 30. So go for that.
Okay. Yeah.
I
That's what I was trying to work
I
out.
just like the idea of you being trapped there forever. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Or greased up, because there's nothing that's as much fun.
Barely.
All right. He lays there. He's not even fucking trying, Dana. Now, what you could do, if you wanted to, unfortunately, the only thing you've got is his arm sticking out, because he was trying to go through like that, because it's a little easier for contorting, one arm out, is you could tie a rope around that arm, right? Because somebody brought fucking rope with them, and then take it out to him, and then both of you fucking pull as hard as you can. This will cause him substantial damage and pain, but it could be fun for you guys. And if you want to try to make it a little easier, then because you're not able to get oil onto him, you'd have to put it in front of him so that he could pull him through the oil, and that might make it a little easier. I mean, you could just spray oil on part of him, I guess, but it's not in the stuck areas. So
So the oil isn't working?
you can't lube him up like you'd like. Usually you have to put on oil before you go in because then it covers you. Right now all you've got is the exposed area as opposed to the part that's stuck. Imagine him halfway up a straw and you're dealing with one end of the straw. You're not getting anything else other than just that one bit. So Dana, if you wanted to put down some oil and maybe a lit cigarette or something in the tunnel and then pull on the arm. Of course, if you guys get a crit, then you may pull his arm off or really motivate him to come follow it. The question at that point becomes, how bad do you want your fucking arm? If he doesn't really want it that bad, then you'll have the arm at least. And you can work on the next part.
just one question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how this works. So my avatar form.
Ooh, he's getting fucking clever now. You don't like being trapped in the fucking tunnel, do ya? Do ya? Okay.
Is me in human shape but made of smoke.
Uh-huh.
So, but
it's not like it wouldn't like.
I'm not really made of smoke though. It makes me look like I'm made of smoke.
Right.
So I don't know whether or not that would make any difference in regards to me being able to move.
I would say give it a try, Pete.
Yep, I will give it a try.
Does magic work here?
You have no idea. You want to yell and scream and dance around for a while and find out?
Yeah.
I shall attempt to. All right.
Let's
just
see how Pete goes first.
Be aware, you two. I'm about to shapeshift.
Guys.
They both get yeah.
Just thought I'd warn you.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, actually, that is a fail. I've still got the plus 30 on for some stupid reason.
Yeah, that's why I don't use it. Just I know you can add 30 at a glance.
I will spend 1 hero point.
Yay! Come on, drive them insane. It's better that way.
And I roll exactly the same as what I rolled then.
Hooray! It's just like with that time when you were trying to inscribe the great pattern all over.
That's right.
But this time, you're not going to die because as long as they keep bringing you food, right? Mm-hmm. As long as they bring you food, it's like, where's the ambassador? He lives here now.
Do I need a willpower roll?
Times 3.
All right. So I want to try the Slick Stone spell, see if that helps him wriggle out.
Ooh, what's the range on that?
20 meters.
More than enough. Go ahead and go for it. That will actually be wonderful. He sits there and goes, I have the power! And he fails his willpower. He goes, not having the power. Why do you have a 24 on adder on your thing?
No, that's just because it's a by 3.
Oh, right. I was just looking at total modifier and was confused by it.
Yeah, no, don't worry about that.
Cool.
That's weird.
You have the power. Go ahead and try your Slick Stone thing. Unfortunately, I know you don't practice your spells, so
it's the way Alex has programmed it. But it still makes sense if it succeeds or fails.
There it is. Fail.
Yeah, so you're trying to cast a spell you never practiced, so it'll be fun for you. You can keep trying until you're out of magic points, though. That's something. Yeah. So, right. Holmes seems to be stuck forever in the thing. He just lays there and makes weird whining noises.
No, I'm just waiting to see if that does anything, and then if that doesn't, I'll blow another hero point on trying to shapeshift.
He'll be out of magic points soon.
6 MP.
Or until he fumbles.
I mean, it's a brilliant fucking idea, but,
Got it.
Oh my God, he pulled it off at the very last moment. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and, can you read the description of Slick Stone for me, please?
Spell causes a 2 meter by 2 meter square of an existing stone surface to become temporarily slippery. An object is targeted instead. Blah, blah, blah. Targeted surface may be crossed safely. Creature does.
No, I mean,
use the
actually
full
read
action.
it to me, not the blah, blah, blah part, because I'm trying to figure out what effect I want to have. Here, actually, I'll go scan it. It'll be quicker for me. Let's see. Magic. Oh,
I just
thank you.
mixed it.
That would have been really good if you had the rope already tied to him. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Cool. Pete, give me a spot hit and roll. It looks wet. the stone all around you looks wet. Okay, Pete, go ahead and give. Now he rolls a fucking crit. You see how it is with him?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
So now, Pete, go ahead and give me a contortions roll at plus 10%. I will double the fucking bonus of oiling you up for this because it was a brilliant idea. Oh, plus the 30, so you're up to plus 40.
Oh, sorry, plus 40. All right.
Yeah.
How long does it last for, Scott?
1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Get wriggling.
Yay!
Yay!
I made it straight, of course. Now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, now it works like a fucking charm. He slowly wriggles toward you guys, lit cigarette in his mouth. Everybody has lit cigarettes except Dana, who gets to fucking have her clothes absorb all the cigarette smoke. Okay. Yeah, you guys
Would you like a
managed to
cigarette,
make
Ken?
it through that one. It shows like 8 more between you and your goal. Okay, so now you have to climb up a small cliff. It's pretty small, but if you fall off, it will give you, it's about 1-story high cliff. It's not really enough to put up the ropes for and shit. But if you want to get your bindle up there, I'll need a throw and a strength to go, yeah, and then you'll hear a smash from all the oil inside.
Well, one person climbs up, and then the others pass it up to that person.
I like my way better.
Yes, I know you do. We
All
do
right.
not.
So, who's going first? You guys
I'm pretty
live
good
down
climber.
here between the fucking can't get through tunnel.
I think
and the
we're
cliff.
all we're all pretty good at climbing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know who goes first so that we can.
I'll
see.
go first. Catch me when
Yay.
you fall.
Yay! Go for it.
she did.
All right.
Success.
Yep, you get up there. He passes you with all this fucking delicate glass with flammable oil and shit. And one's got cigarettes sticking out of his mouth, and extra matches and shit are packed in there. And you're like, Jesus Christ, this is a walking ocean disaster. Then he climbs partway up, falls off onto sharp, pointy rocks. Roll a d6 damage on yourself there, Glenn. That's half and half. Yes, you can literally kill yourself on this cliff. It will take some fucking time. All right, you take
Ow.
one real, one stun. Pete, how's your climbing doing? You've watched him just lay
I
there.
was waiting for him to get out of the way,
All right.
unless it was wide enough for us to not do one at a time.
Oh no, you can go 2 at a time if you want. Yeah. He steps on you to climb over and up, and now they're both up. You got a footprint.
So
in your
I will lie down and hold my hands over. So
Oh, you're the
help
plus
him.
20 to actually do it. Oh, make a strength roll, Pete. I want to make sure you don't like do the slide off thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that'd be fucking funny. Now, okay, he is strong like ox. Go ahead and roll a climb at plus 20, Scott, to see if you can survive this minor inconvenience.
20.
Plus 20.
Crit.
He ignores the hand, climbs over Pete, and uses.
No.
All right, so yeah, you guys are now
Let's
in
walk up.
a hand/claw dug tunnels. It's a maze of warrens.
Yes.
There's if there's another exit, or there's a tunnel, or there's the hidden road, or there's stalagmites and stalactites, or there's roots hanging down from the roof that have been cut back.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Well,
I
then
only
the next
had
bit.
roots, storm drain, and blown up.
Yeah,
Those
the
exits
PCs
from
take
here.
horrible notes. So, do you want me to go through? Actually,
road.
sorry, and there's also slimy floors is another option.
Slimy floors.
Oh, and to climb down. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different ways to go. A climb down area, the way you came, which I'm not going to count. Slimy floors, stalagmite and stalactite, roots hanging down, exit, smuggler's tunnel, or the hidden road.
Well, let's check the exit and see where that pops out.
You guys pop out. It's in the downtown district of Gothic. It's kind of a run-down house. It appears to be empty or abandoned. It's got all kinds of broken furniture. It's got an odd smell, which I'll accept a cryptozoology roll for. Yes, your old schooling coming back in. Yes, from season 1, 2, something like that.
Yes.
Holy shit, smells like ogre magi.
Blah.
Oh yeah, I know where we are. There was a group of ogre magi that came here and stole police uniforms, and Rock and I looked into it. And then they decided that they needed to get me for their boss. And so they attacked Dr. Fulton and I.
And who's their boss?
Some idiot.
Accurate.
Oh, good times.
Somebody that is associated with blue, which makes me concerned about the whole blue lightning thing, but anyway. Yes. And he's running San Francisco, and
seems to still be Gothic.
yes. So potentially then the smuggler's tunnel will be Gothic as well.
Yeah, thanks to Scott's very clever use of a spell, you're not completely covered in flammable lamp oil, which is great.
I have the hidden boat dock off of the Roots tunnel. I don't know where the Smuggler's tunnel goes. Maybe they converge.
Or maybe they were. So what? They're actually separate tunnels. So what's the hidden road?
Ooh.
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 Let's keep exploring.
See, that's the beauty of these kind of things, Dana. You make them once back in season 1.
Yeah,
they're still
personally, I'm not
getting used.
familiar with it, so.
Still getting used.
So what do you mean by hidden road, I suppose, is part of the question. Is it actually like a road underground, or there's a hidden entrance leading into this path? Or?
No, it's just called the Hidden Road. It's another tunnel, but it looks like it was at one time well traveled.
Okay.
I don't know why it's called the Hidden Road. Well, actually, I do know why it's called the Hidden Road.
I was going to say, I hope you would know.
I know why it's called the Hidden Road.
Okay.
Did we want to have a look down there? Have you explored down there before?
It shows his map and what he's just gotten, and it shows like totally different. He's like, ah.
There was a spot in the sewers where I cached some supplies, food and water and stuff. That was several seasons ago, but...
And also, I'm assuming in different sewers?
Well, yeah. Though they seem to overlap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got, from here, all you'd have to do if you wanted to, for example, get to the Waddle, is to go by the Justice Center district, which has like courthouse, lots of guards, shit like that, and over to the Golden Waddle. Of course, you guys do look like sewer rats. You might not make it through the Justice Center, you know. I mean, well-dressed sewer rats, but right now you kind of all look like the the Cockneys from the old films and stuff. Hello, Governor, we're here to mug you, type thing. You know.
Sweep your chimney.
Everybody just take the pleasure, since you're at home, of just touching your face. Oh, it's so good. Can't do that outside anymore. I've washed my hands at least 3 times today.
Do we want to go out and try to shadow walk, or
Shadow
look for
walk to
food?
where?
Keep exploring?
Have you been down the hidden road?
No.
I'm trying to find Freddy's map that he did, but
Yeah,
it is.
I was gonna say, it's so much shit on the in-game board that things get buried.
I found it. God, it's.
Looking at my
that is impossible to read.
You can make it bigger, I believe. Not sure. I never look at it myself because I use Scapple. Freddy hates the Scapple.
Hand-clawed tunnel, out-tunnel like maze of warrens, slimy floor, roots from the roof. Yeah, so Freddy's also got, from the hand-clawed tunnel, it goes roots from the roof that have been cut back, then along tunnel, then well-maintained root bridge used to be trapped, and then concealed rowboat outside the city docks. And he's got... As I've seen other things on his map that don't look like they make sense. There's this other type of goat mines.
Hidden road between the claymores and the hidden boat dock. That's interesting.
And he's got Tunnel A, catacombs. Catacombs with pillars made of bones. After catacombs, empty smuggler's lair. Flooded area, warehouse cleared out. Climb down, Tunnel B, storm drains, tunnel, half-hidden hobo house being for sale by owner, telephone number, freak in cage.
You haven't heard about a lot of this stuff before, Sheila? No? It's just...
No.
It's continuing with the weird shit, isn't it? This whole thing. Now,
Yeah.
would you like me to tell you the phrase that may give you nightmares?
Oh, might as well dig deep.
What if one of your kids grew up to think just like this? I mean, sure, they'd have to undergo some trauma between now and then, but still, that's horrifying.
I'm counting on it.
Yay!
The weirdest thing, the kid was 3 years old.
Okay.
Good night, love you. And she says, Mommy, I wish I could rip you in 2. Then there'd be 2 mommies.
Wow. When she gets like 15 years old, if I'm still alive,
Thanks,
you should get her the game.
Oh my gosh.
That's
They
God.
say weird stuff, but that one was the like.
Wow.
Yeah, you should let her hang out with Yana.
Oh my gosh.
Look
like-
at
I
me
did
go.
show them the prisoner the other day. I showed them the first prisoner episode.
Really? Wow, that's cool. Did they like it?
Yeah, the rover came on and they're like, "What?"
Well done. Oh yeah. Well, plus all those are pretty much
Yeah, it was
kid
at work.
friendly.
He couldn't protect them.
Okay.
Looks like Freddy did his mapping from the Beastkin sewers.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, if you're at the
Good.
Beastkin sewers, that place is so cleared out thanks to the Rittenhouse miners. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got miners in and basically cleared out all the contortions, replaced
Cave-ins.
bridges, pumped it, cleared cave-ins.
Drain the water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That was
there's a couple of
that was
places we couldn't finish, but
that was when the PCs were like, "We're fed up with your bullshit, Logan. We hire miners." I was like, "Well done."
Yeah,
Yep.
do it.
Yep. So it was Matt, Chris, and I got the miners in, and we just
Oh, they became Hero Point rated as well.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Well,
PCs
we wanted
love
to
those
make
guys.
sure there was one spot where they were highly skilled miners as well, and there was one spot where they failed their 80% roll twice. So
This is what happens when Logan gets to roll for NPCs. I don't care if you get a fucking expert in there or the framing. The framing's still my favorite when you guys are trying to frame the big library picture. That created 2 seasons of plot there. Oh, but the best part? Hold on, I'm going to show Dana this. She'll get a kick out of it. Let's see.
So we wanted to shadow walk to Beastkin to get our stuff back. That was the idea.
He's like, I must have my stuff. Might I remind you that the session's ending soon, so you may or may not need your shit.
Our own little beastkins are getting hungry.
Maybe we should go to Guri and check on the ship then.
How are we going to get to Guri?
Shadow walk to a specific place.
Yeah. Let's see.
And food? Well, we still have a food issue.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason we kept going.
Or steal some.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to go stealing. There's a famine going on here at the moment. That's the issue.
Will they hire dishwashers?
Where the hell did it go? Oh, here it is. Here you go, Dana. Take a look at this.
Yes, yes.
Ooh. 10% off. And then it'll get destroyed. Still.
It can't take much more abuse. So far, it's been rolled like a giant burrito and left to rot in McKay's fucking room for like a couple of seasons.
Oh my gosh.
Like 3 or 4 seasons. I thought you'd get a kick out of the business card.
Well, we were going to, once the Golden Wattle was set up, we were going to put it up in there, but with magic failing, it was okay, maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
This map is...
I mean, if you guys want to explore for a few more minutes, it's up to you. I don't have kids to feed, but, if you want to end the session, we can do that too, with you guys like living like chuds.
If we can find the underground train car, that was where I stashed stuff.
Oh, did we want to see where the underground road went to?
Sure.
Since if we get to a contortion's place, we can just turn around. We've got several exits we can get to now, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys go down Hidden Road?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You continue down it, and at this point you're passing various storm drains that come in. I mean, you guys probably couldn't get out of it, but Contortion's Girl can. Contortion's Girl can. And you do see, yes, her superhero power is contorting. And over there you see a small cave with a sign, for sale by owner, and it has a phone number. Contact Freaking Cage. And it's a really small place where it's theoretically possible to live, but yeah. Or you can continue on the hidden road, and eventually you come to what looks like a big sewer grate with a lock on it.
Which is probably a fake lock.
You go check it out. It is a fake lock.
Yes.
And from there, it goes into modern built sewers. Your options here are either flooded, maze, a different unlocked grate, a climb down, a different grate, shallow waters covering the floor, or let's see, Pete probably can remember the other option or recognize the area. Let's see, Pete, give me a memory roll, because actually everybody can give me a memory roll, as you've all been here, I believe.
So down there, that'll lead to the strained desalination plant, or equivalent of it.
Dana, you remember that there's a psycho killer's hidden room over there. where he left a bunch of bodies of women that he'd killed and then set up to have a giant tea party or some shit.
Yeah, the tea party room or whatever.
Yeah. Probably one of the more disturbing things. Other than that, you have a plethora of choice.
Okay. Is there
Now your options are flooded, maze, 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 different grate, climb down, different grate, or shallow water is covering the floor, or past the secret door and it looks like it's flooded to further on. So I don't recommend that way.
from the modern sewers? I have a maze to a grate to an old subway to the underground train car base where I stashed stuff years ago. So blah, and try to check that out that way.
Which way is it? Flooded? Maze 1, Maze 2, Maze 3, Great? What?
Maze 1.
Okay, you guys go up to Maze 1. All right. And since you seem to know your way, actually, if you can tell me the 3 different options in Maze 1, I won't make you get lost in the maze and make a roll.
There should be a grate,
yes,
and another maze.
Yes.
And
the third option?
Flooded.
Perfect. Okay. And then you go through a grate and you find looks like a tunnel that has a old wrecked part of a subway in it, and the rest is all collapsed.
Doesn't go past that?
No.
Huh. It collapsed.
Or one of the RPCs collapsed it.
It's collapsed.
So, rubble not movable?
No. I mean, if you had like heavy equipment and earth movers and all that, then some serious reinforcements to keep the roof from falling in on you, maybe in a few weeks. The Rittenhouse miners, they will save you. Always advertising for those guys. They're awesome.
Okay.
The funny thing is, this map's got a little bit less bubbles than the Amber Power map does. A lot of fucking different powers. Keep the PCs fucking busy, that's what I say.
Well, where to from here?
Well, your only choice is back the way you came through the grate into the maze, and then you could either go into the flooded area, not recommended, or to the other maze, or back to modern built sewers.
Right. Let's go to the grate, to the maze, and I have a second grate from there.
Nope.
No?
It takes you back to the grate you just came from, and you look at it and you know at this point it's not that great. So it takes you back from that grate to the maze, and your options again are flooded, modern built sewers, or maze. Only those three options.
I'll try the other maze.
Excellent. If you can tell me the three different options here, you won't have to roll to make it through the maze. Not including the maze you came from. You don't have to include that. Other than that, there's three different options.
Stone bridge?
Nope. Okay, give me a direction sense roll. Otherwise, we roll at random to see where you pop out. If you make the direction sense, then I'll tell you your three different options.
Do I have direction sense?
Everybody has
There it
direction
is.
sense. See?
F.
All right.
Is this the maze? Oh no, we wouldn't be there.
Your three different options is Grade 1, Grade 2, or Maze. Or, of course, back to modern built sewers, which I didn't include because, man. So it's actually four options, I'm sorry.
Let's go to Grade 2.
Grade 2, excellent. You guys head over to Grade 2, and further up ahead is a faint moaning wind. Eventually, it takes you along to a long tunnel, and then the sewer emerges into like a storm drain that you could park a car in or something like that if you wanted to. It's another exit.
Let's see where it comes out.
Just a bit outside of town. Someday I'll get some really determined motherfucker who's playing solo. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going to map the goddamn sewers right because I'm sick of this shit. And I'm
Russ
taking a
tried.
crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Russ was in the best position to do it too when he was working for Brown. And he was like, I'm sick of it. And he's horrible at mapping. And so he'd just go in the same fucking circle every time and miss all the other shit. And it was weird. It was weird. I'd be like, these are your options. He'd pick the same options every time and wonder why it was always the same. I mean, 3 or 4 times, not just once. Once I'd be like, you know, you had a bad day. But no, 3 or 4 times, same shit, round and round.
Well, I mean, we can try to shadow walk even though we're hungry, right? Like,
You can.
We're not.
You're not going to starve to death in 2 days.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can try to reach it. Of course, there'll be a really hard roll for you. Well, actually, no, you've got the card. So after you fail using the card, then there'll be a super hard roll for you. That's how we'll better phrase it.
Okay.
But you've got clear escape from the city. Nobody even seeing you hurry off. It's a nice way out of the city. Probably a useful thing to remember if anybody liked to use the sewer. They don't. And so, you know.
Do we want to go to Beastkin or?
Oh, that's where our gear probably is. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
This is your big roll, Scott, as you guys walk along hungrily through strange and alien shadows with inedible food that looks good, because when you try to eat it, it only causes you horrible, horrible death.
I can do it.
All right. Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Abilities. Modifier.
You don't even need to type in the modifier. I can look at something and tell if you made it, which you didn't.
Yeah.
So, right, you guys are stuck out in some fucked up shadow somewhere, and surrounded by weird dudes who have like flowers on their head, and they're all white, and they kind of look like weird Japanese animation type creatures, and they've got spears, and they go. You're like looking at fucking Glenn, like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. Now these flower-headed people are surrounding us with their little spears and jabbering at us in their strange alien language.
Nope.
Cryptography is not going to help you, but if you want to try to mash the learn times 1 button, you can understand them.
Yeah.
You think that you've almost got it. You're pretty sure that you can say something racially insensitive if you only try.
Are their flowers edible?
They look like 2 leaves that come out of their head. They're green, and you guys stare at them. They jabber at you for a while.
All right.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. She spammed the shit out of it.
Oh, I thought that you said I could. If I can't, that's okay.
No. You get 1 chance to know their language somehow.
I do not, but I think that I do now.
It appears to be a mix of language and interpretive dance.
Dance away, Dana.
Dance back at him.
Well, I'm doing that. What are you guys up to?
Your stomach's rumbling and shit.
Clap.
Right. Glenn appears to have scared some of them.
Nope.
You guys dance around like a couple of drunken, starving people. Right. They just shake. They look at each other.
Does there appear to be any water nearby?
Eventually, you find some water and whatnot. You guys aren't going to die of thirst anytime soon, but 2 days of not eating and steady hiking is really taking a toll on you. You're pretty sure that Glenn has brought you here to die.
Well,
you guys live
a good place to call it.
Yeah, I was going to say you live among the plant-headed people, and there you end up retiring from adventuring and living their simple nomadic existence, hunting the frou-frou plant. Okay, and
We live here now.
Yep. All right. So, cool. Let's see. First off, for cards, different title suggestions for the session.
Wriggle in there.
Oh, I like that. That's it's true.
Release the hounds.
Okay. And Pete?
Stuck in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so of those 3, which one do you guys like best? Wriggle in there, stuck in the middle, release the hounds.
I probably like mine because it's mine.
I like mine because it references the case that we did instead of our sewer ineptitude.
Oh, that's the reason why I liked mine. The opposite.
Oh, you could always combine them to like wriggle in the hound.
Hound in the wriggle.
Wriggling hound.
Maybe we'll just go with Pete's.
GMO atrocity.
Pick one, guys.
Oiled up bindle.
Is that already a title?
Bindling 101.
I like Bindling 101.
Pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
Everybody happy? Okay, cool. Everybody grab a card. And before we do end of mission card play, let's see. We'll start with Pete. What have you got to say to the studio audience and your billions of followers?
The sewers have lived up to their name.
Scott.
Always remember to oil up your bindle.
and Sheila.
Thank you.